everybody, welcome back to Sobrick Studios. Today we're going to be taking a look at Block Tech Lego knockoffs. This is these building kits, and yeah, so we got minifigures and some pieces. So let's take a look at the minifigures and the pieces. I did a video on the minifigures about a year ago. I burned some of them. Now these are $1 each, so they're pretty cheap. Now this is in my new series called Finding Lego Alternatives. So let's take a look at what we got here. So I got the Space Pack, which gives you a space minifigure and an alien. So here's the alien, pretty cheap feeling. And now let's take a look at the blocks. We got about 50 blocks in here. I got the red coloration. There's a bunch of other colorations, but these feel really cheap, like cheaper than you could ever imagine these feel. And they scratch really easily. Like each one you can see there is just scratching up. And if we put them on the base, you can see that they're sticking really tight down there. And yeah, that's about it. They're sticking really tight and they're hard to pull off. Okay, for the first test, let's do the car test. I'm going to take my car and drive it over one minifigure and one piece. Okay, first tire and back tire. Cool, we got that done. And as you can see, nothing happened. For this next test, we're going to be doing a boiling water test. So I'm going to put some pieces in, and let's throw another piece in as well, and another, and the minifigure, and see what happens. See if boiling water does anything to it. So I'm going to try to push them down, but that's not really happening. So let's just see what happens in the boiling water test. And nothing did. They're about the same as before. Cool. Now let's take a hammer and bash. Bash. So this is just seeing what happens under a hammer. How well do they stick up? And that's pretty poor. Right there. They're just falling apart. Pieces are not doing well. It's just completely breaking apart. I did a couple other pieces here, and as you can see, they didn't fare. It didn't fare at all. It's completely totaled these pieces. These pieces are never going to be able to be used again. Okay, I'm going to take my pliers here, and with the wire cutter side, try to cut it. Yep, we got cut through part of it, but not the biggest wire cutter, so I don't know if we'll be able to cut through the whole thing. We can get a corner here, maybe. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, that's good. Put a lot of force, and I think that got us our corner cut. Yeah, corner cut. Now, my dog's barking, so probably squirrel outside, so sorry about that. But as you can see here, we can break the pieces just in clean halves. That's really weak. This is just try to like mimic a stress test, like if building a lot and like peeling them off Lego pieces, that these pieces are pretty flimsy and break pretty quickly. Now rubbing it along the pavement here, I'm seeing just a ton of scratching. Now this worries me if I was to build with it a lot. Now throwing it down out of a 2-story window to see really how well these stick together, and let's just see what happened. Oh, that didn't go well at all. We got one piece right here and another piece right here with scratching on it. So as we can see, they don't stick that well together to themselves, but they stick really well to Lego pieces. Now another pavement test with this glass front piece, we can see that just didn't fare well. This worries me if kids are playing, that this would just really scratch together well. Now taking some fire to it. Now, yes, of course, this is fire, so it's not going to be really something used in a kid's playing with it. They're not going to be burning it, but as we can see, burning it does actually do a lot quickly. It's catching on fire, and I'm having to blow it out, as you can see, and it's really melting it, warping the plastic, completely saying that these stuff is trash. Now, I know Lego would do the same thing to this, so this is not an accurate test, but overall, we can just see that this is just kind of fun. It's putting these bricks in their place of where they really belong, which is in the fire. So I ended up burning a minifigure and a section. As we can see, the minifigure's head is torched completely. It's gone. That's going to be what's happening with the minifigure from now on. It's torched and it's bruised, and the chest is completely torn up and ripped apart, and yeah, I don't think that head's going back on there. And then here's this block section. As we can see, it's charred and has burning and is warped. So that's that pretty much. These pieces are not good at all. I really didn't like them. They're just not good. And let's put them in their belonging in the trash. Bye-bye. So overall, I don't think these pieces stand up to Lego. I think if you are going to get a Lego alternative, that this is not the one that you should be getting. So this is a failed Lego alternative. I will not be recommending this section of these pieces. I don't recommend them. I don't think they are good. And if you are wanting to get a Lego alternative, this is not the one. See you in my next video, which will be next Saturday. I post videos every Saturday and sometimes during the week, but those aren't consistent. Every Saturday, tune in and see you in a couple weeks for the next segment in this finding a Lego alternative. I have gone to the dollar store and found some pieces, so I already have the next one. I just need to film that video. Bye bye.